Hi everybody, I am Rupa, working as Assistant Professor in Chevrolet Engineering College in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. I am dealing with the subject renewable energy sources. Today's topic is greenhouse effect.
So for this explanation, we are taking some examples which are shown in this slide. In the figure, this is the figure of emittance of black body at different temperatures. What is the emittance? So on the x-axis we are taking the wavelengths in micrometers, and on the y-axis we are taking emittance. So we know that the sun emits radiation like a black body only. Okay, so sun is emitted like a black body whose surface temperature will be about 5700 Celsius. So this sun has a maximum emission of 0.5 micrometers. If you are assuming the sun as a black body, it is also, we are telling that black body emits the radiation. Okay, so this sun also emits like a black body and it emits radiation, and the surface temperature of the sun is about 5700 Celsius. So the wavelength of this emission is maximum 0.5 micrometers. So if you are taking a black body at a room temperature, it emits radiation with a maximum of about 10 micrometers. Okay, so this 10 micrometers is located within the spectrum of invisible of infrared light. Okay, in figure 1 we see that before figure a ordinary glass plate is fixed above the black plate. Okay, so this ordinary glass plate fixed above the black plate in a greenhouse, it has a spectral observer. It has a spectral absorption. So this absorption can be seen in this figure, in this slide. So we know that glass is transparent for visible light. Okay, so it absorbs infrared light emitted by the black plate when it evacuates its thermal energy. So when the black body evacuates its thermal energy, the light is emitted back to the glass. Okay, so the infrared light absorbed by the glass is again re-emitted in all the directions. Half of its emission is in the outside. So half of the transmission that is getting to the glass, it is emitted to the outside and it is lost, and remaining half is re-emitted towards the black plate itself, which again the black plate absorbs the emissions. Okay, so first the black plate absorbs the solar radiation and it emits the light. It emits radiations. These radiations are absorbed. These radiations which are getting to the glass, it re-emits the waves in all the directions. So out of those 100%, 50% are emitted to the outside and they are lost, and remaining again 50% are re-emitted towards the black body. Due to this process, more heat is accumulated in the black body's plate. So this accumulation of heat increases the temperature of the black body. So when the equilibrium is reached, what is the equilibrium? Though the solar radiation is absorbed by the black plate, the temperature will not increase. The temperature will be maintained at constant level. So this is the equilibrium position. So when the equilibrium position is reached, when the energy gained by the absorption of visible light is exactly balanced, by the loss of energy through infrared emission of the glass plate than the emission of black plate stops. So until the balanced position, what is that balanced position? Energy gained by the absorption of visible light is equal to the loss of energy through the infrared emission. If both are equal, the black plate stops emitting. So when the temperatures rises, with rising temperatures, the wavelength of infrared emission becomes shorter. Suppose at 200 degrees Celsius means 473 degrees Kelvin, the maximum radiation is emitted at about 6 micrometers. So before we discussed that glass plate has a emission radiation of 10 micrometers at the room temperature. Okay, so at room temperature means along 32 degrees Celsius, like that. So if the temperature increases to 200 degrees Celsius, then the emitted wavelength will be changed from 10 micrometers to 6 micrometers. So again, if the temperature increases from 200 degrees Celsius to 500 degrees Celsius, that means that 773 kelvins. Again the wavelength will be decreasing. At first the room temperature 32 degrees Celsius, the wavelength is 10 micrometers. After that at 200 degrees Celsius the wavelength is 6 micrometers. And finally at 500 degrees Celsius the wavelength is emitted at only 4 micrometers. Okay, so here glass is partially transparent for infrared light. At this position, glass is partially transparent for the infrared light. So efficient greenhouse effect is possible only below 500 degrees Celsius.
So these are the first type of collectors, non-concentrating or flat plate collectors. So these are generally used for below 90 degrees temperature because these are convenient and these give more efficiency at temperatures only below 90 degrees Celsius. And these are made in rectangular panels of thickness about 1.7 to 2.9 meters square in area, and these are very simple to construct and very simple to erect also. So these absorb both diffuse and direct solar radiation, and this will be working effectively even on cloudy days also. So when there is no radiation, their efficiency will also be high. So based on the type of heat transfer fluid used in this type of flat plate collectors, these are mainly of two types. First one is among these are classified according to the liquid flowing in the tubes of their construction. So first one is liquid heating collectors. So these are used for heating water and non-freezing aqueous solutions, and these are occasionally used for non-aqueous heat transfer fluid, but these are mainly used for heating water purposes. Okay, next second type is air or gas heating collectors. These are employed for use of solar air heaters. If we want to heat the room, we are using solar air heaters. So in this purpose we can use the medium as air. The basic difference, the principal difference between these two types is in the design of passages for heat for the transfer of fluid. Just they differ in the design of fluid passing out of the tubes. So all the flat plate collectors are having 5 main components. First one is a transparent cover. This transparent cover may be used as single or 2 or more. So single or more sheets of glass is used, or instead of glass, if glass is not available, plastic
film or any sheet, any metal sheet can be used. And second type is by the means of carrying. So what is the design? They are designed for carrying the liquid inside the tubes. So example, tubes, fins, passages or channels are integral, are connected with the collector absorber plates or connected to it. These carry the water, air or other fluids or any other material that are passing through them. The third one is absorber plates. These absorber plates normally are made up of metallic or with a black surface. So a variety of materials are used with these air heaters. And fourth one is insulation. This is the main important one. Insulation should be provided at the back side. And sides also insulation has to be provided. Mainly it has to be provided on the back side. So secondly, it should be provided on the sides to minimize the heat losses. So if at all insulation is not provided properly, the heat absorbed by the solar radiation will be lost. So different types of insulating materials are used. Example as fiber, glass or styrofoam are used mainly for this flat plate collectors. And last one is casing. Casing or container we can also call it as. So the casing or container, it encloses the other components and protects them from the weather and atmosphere around them. So this diagram is a typical liquid collector. It is selection through typical flat plate collectors. So almost all the flat plate collectors designs are based on this diagram only. So it is a plate and tube type collector. So it is a plate and tube. It is a small tube like collector. It consists of mainly a flat surface. The surface is flat and it has high absorbability. It has high absorption rate for the solar radiation. So this absorption of solar radiation is absorbed by a surface called absorbing surface. This surface is called as absorbing surface. So for this absorbing surface, typically a metal plate. This metal plate is made up of copper, steel or aluminum material. Is made of. So this metal plate usually copper or steel or aluminum material with tubing of copper in thermal contacts. It is with thermal contact with the plate. The copper is thermally contacted with the plate. So the absorber plate is usually made from a metal sheet of 1 to 2 mm thickness. Okay, metal plate will be of thickness 1 to 2 mm, while the tubes, which are also made up of metal, these tubes are also made up of metal, but they range in the diameter of 1 to 1.5 centimeters only. Okay, so these are soldered, braced or clamped to the bottom of the absorber plate with the pitch ranging from 5 to 15 centimeters. All are soldered. Okay, in some cases we observe that these tubes are also in line and integral with the absorber plate. For the absorber plate, we see in next slide. So these are the liquid collectors. For the absorber plate, in figure A and B, corrugated galvanizer sheet. That means that it is made up of some unevens. Corrugated means unevens. Uneven galvanizer sheet is widely used. So it is widely used throughout the world, as shown in figures A and B here. As shown in the figures A and B, a corrugated galvanizer sheet is used here. And so this shows, figure A and B shows two ways. in which it has been used. So in first way completely bottom and up it is used, and in second one only upper part is used. So only upper part is used for water passage. Here high volumes of water passage is there. So because of using this galvanized sheet, corrugated galvanized sheet, heat is trapped in the air space between the cover and the absorber plate. So this phenomenon is same to the greenhouse effect only. There also heat will be trapped. Here also heat will be trapped in the air surface between the cover and the absorber plates. So the effect is to reduce the loss of heat from the absorber. What we are using in order to reduce the loss of heat. So as air is enclosed and it is warmer than the ambient air, there is some loss of heat to the surroundings from the top of the cover of convection or by conduction or by radiation. By these three means, convection, conduction and radiation, there will be some loss of heat to the atmosphere. So this rate of heat loss increases as the temperature of the airspace increases. So this loss of heat actually affects the overall efficiency of the solar collector. A small portion of incident solar radiation is lost by the absorption in the glass cover plates, but this loss can be kept small by using a other glass, example as water white glass, with a low iron contents. So first one what we are using is with high iron contents, and we are using the second glass cover in order to reduce the loss into the atmosphere, which is having low iron content. So because of using this, a much loss will be reduced. As a result of partial reflection, much loss will be reduced. So two glass plates may reflect some 15% of solar radiation coming from the perpendicular direction. So before this ratio will be high if you use only one glass. So the reflection loss increases as the direction of the incidence departs from the perpendicular. If it is other than the perpendicular, this loss will be increasing. If it is perpendicular, the loss will be decreasing. So the reflection of glass covers may be reduced by coating this glass with a thin films of using some substances. For example, we can use magnesium fluoride, or simply by etching with a solution of hydrofluoric acid. So here etching means a print of hydrofluoric acid is made to flow on the glass. So these are called as anti-reflective coatings. So these anti-reflective coatings will increase the cost of the glass, but they make more efficient. So transparent plastics are used in place of glass, but these are having some drawbacks, as these plastics are cheaper than the glass, but the drawbacks are more than those are used when compared to the glass. If you are using plastic, drawbacks will be more, because mostly plastics are not opaque as glass. So because these are not opaque as glass to the thermal infrared radiation, they permit greater loss of heat from the absorber. So already we are saying that if the radiation is not perpendicular, we are getting more loss, about more than 50% of loss. So if you use plastic in place of glass, this increases the loss of heat from the absorber more. So moreover, plastic also suffer a decrease in transparency, and sometimes it breaks due to the heating also. So for water streamers, mainly if you are using for a purpose of water streamers, if the water is flowing or any fluid is flowing, the absorber plate can be any metal, plastic, rubber sheet, which has water channels. Mainly it should have water channels. And for air systems other than water, if the liquid is flowing, the absorber plate can be with any metal, plastic or rubber sheet. But if it is considered for 8 systems, the space above or below the collector plates also serves as a conductor. So the surface finish of the observer plate may be flat here. On the flat surface, a black paint will be there with an appropriate primer, because coating of primer is important here. Coating of primer should be thin also, not thick, because if it is thick, it increases the resistance to heat transfer. It does not transfer heat, it opposes the heat transfers if the coating of the primer is thick. Here primer is also should be self-etching type, otherwise the paint will be peel off after a year or so on. So primer should also be self-etching type, otherwise due to the thermal expansions, repeatedly thermal expansions will be going on and contractions also will be going on. So due to this repeated thermal expansions and contractions of the plate, they cause the paint to peel after a year, or sometimes after a year also they can be damaged. So if you observe figure C, it is a conventional standard panel radiator. It is a standard panel radiators. And coming to figure D and E, these two are the methods of bonding and clamping tubes to a flat or corrugated sheets. How the bending sheets, uneven sheets means corrugated sheets, are bonded. Bonded means attached, or clamped. How they are connected to the tubes, this figure in D and E shows. And F figure shows it is the tube in strip, or it is simply a roll bond. It is designed in which tubes are formed in the sheets, such that if they are formed in the sheet itself, they ensure good thermal bond between the sheet and tube. Okay, so heat is transferred from the observer plate to a point of use by a circulation of fluid. Fluid is actually, you will take mostly water. So this circulation of fluid will be done across the solar heated surfaces. So thermal insulation is also used with a thickness of 5 to 10 centimeters thickness. And this thermal insulation is usually placed behind the absorber plates. This is placed behind the absorber plates to prevent the heat losses from the rare surfaces. And these insulation materials are generally made up of mineral wool or glass wool or fiberglass. Okay, the front covers of the glass are transparent to incoming solar radiations, and these are opaque to the infrared re-radiation from the observers. Okay, the front covers are generally, the front covered glasses are transparent to the incoming solar radiations, and these are opaque to the infrared re-radiations from the observer. So the glass covers acts as a convection shield. This glass cover what we are using acts as a conventional shield, and it reduces the losses from the absorber plate from beneath. So beneath there is an absorber plate, it reduces the losses. So this glass is usually used for the transparent covers, but instead of glasses we can use plastics also. So glass can be used in the place of glass, we can use plastics for satisfactory also, and it reduces the cost also. But glass is the most favorable material. It has a thickness of 3 to 4 mm. These thickness 3 to 4 mm are commonly used around the world. In these types, actually we are having 1 or 2 covers. Okay, in some cases we can use one, or in some cases if needed we can go for second cover. So these have ranges of 1.5 to 3 centimeters of thickness. So if you use only one glass, we will be having some disadvantages. So in order to overcome the disadvantages of using one glass, we have to go for second cover. So what are the advantages of using the second glass over the first one? See, first one is we are having mainly two advantages. First one is loss due to air convection are reduced if you use second one. So this is a important advantage. This is a very important reason in windy areas. Okay, where the wind blown rate is high, we can go for second covers. And moreover, if you use the second cover, radiation losses in the infrared spectrum are also reduced. These are reduced by nearly 25%. Because half of the 50% which is emitted outwards from the first glass plate is back radiated again. And because these are having advantages, we thought of using third glass means it will be no use. So up to two glasses, two covers only we can use. If it is not worthwhile to use more than two glass plates, because each plate reflects about 50% of the incoming sunlight. If you use again the third one also reflects about 15% of the incoming sunlight. So total 30% of the incoming sunlight is reflected back only. So how the absorption rate will be decreased there. If it is reflecting back more, absorption rate will be decreased. So the main purpose of transparent cover of flathead collector is to decrease the heat loss without reducing the incoming solar radiations. So this is our main purpose. We have to collect more solar radiation without losing it. That means without re-emitting that. In the first place, the still air space between the cover and the absorber plate largely prevents the loss of heat from the plate by convection. So because of heat is lost due to the convection process, this first plate which is located between the air space and the cover, it reduces the loss of heat mainly which is done by convection. If the first plate cover is made up of glass, it permits passage of solar radiation. So it permits a solar radiation of wavelengths of 2 micrometers. But what is the disadvantage of using glass here? It stops the longer wavelengths. So it is largely opaque to the longer wavelengths, thermal infrared radiations. So generally we are coating a black paint to the absorbers because black paint absorbs are preferable and these are cheap. The cost is also economical. So the coatings applied on the absorber plates are called as selective coatings. So this reduces the amount of energy emitted by the thermal infrared radiations. And these are good absorbers of radiation. These absorbs radiations more efficiently, which are having 2 micrometers wavelength or below 2 micrometers wavelength. All the radiations are absorbed by the black plate absorbers, but they are poor emitters for long wavelengths. This is the only drawback we are having for the black paint absorbers. So a promising selecting coating is called black chrome. It is a form of chromium Cr2O3 sesquioxide, chromium sesquioxide, which is having chromium metal in the layer of 0.15 to 2 micrometers thick. So this electrochemical is deposited on the nickel base. So this chromium sesquioxide is deposited on the nickel base plate. So the liquid heated is generally used water as a fluid. So sometimes this water will be mixing with ethynyl glycol, or it is used if ambient temperatures below 0 degrees are likely to be encountered there. typically our collector dimensions are length, breadth, width are 2m, 1m and 15 centimeters. 2 meters into 1 meters into 15 centimeters.
This is heat transport system. We are getting the solar radiation from the sun. We are observing the solar radiation and we are observing the heat from the solar radiations and we are transferring the heat to the usable areas. So heat generated in the observer is removed by a continuous flow of heat transport medium either by water or air. We can use both mediums, water or air. And the design of this heat transport system will be depending upon the medium what we are using. For water it is separate design and for air it is separately designed. Suppose if water is used, it is most commonly passed through metal tubes. These metal tubes may be of circular shape or rectangular cross sections. So these metal tubes what we are using are welded to the absorber plate. This increases the effective heat transfer from heat to the fluid. There will be an effective heat transfer if you weld these tubes to the absorber plates. And these tubes are connected all to common heads. At each end of the collector, these tubes are connected to common headers. So to maximize the exposure to solar radiation, these collectors are kept in some slopes. So because in order to change the alignment of the collectors, change the direction, orientation of the collectors with respect to the sun. So if the sun moves from west to east or east to west, the collector has to be moved from same direction. So where the sun moves as a sunflower moves to the orientations of the suns, these collectors should also move to the orientation of the sun for better solar radiations. So that's why they are kept in a slope-like model. With some slope, not perpendiculars. Okay, so see this diagram. This is the water flow in flat plate collector. Water flow in flat plate collector. This is header and this is header. This is the water inflow and this is water outflow. Okay, here this is a simple type of flat plate collector. Okay, the cool water, this enters at the bottom header. This is bottom header, this is top header. The cool water enters the bottom headers and flows upwards through the tubes. There are tubes arranged here. Flow upwards through the tubes, and these, while flowing through the tubes, these are warmed by the absorber. And these are leaved by the top header. So water will be entering here and these are flowing towards in the tubes. While they are flowing in the tubes, they get warmed by the absorber's heat and again they flow out from the top header. This is the simple type of flat plate collector, and the absorber is blackened sheet with close corrugations running from top to bottom here.